Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Reality with Diva D. How you doing? This is gonna be my episode recap, or should I say my reunion recap of Belle Collective. It wasn't anything to it, y'all. Wasn't nothing to talk about. Nothing major happened. No revelations. It's just the Latrice, Glenn, and Letitia show. Let's get right on into it. Well, the episode opens up and we start off with Marie's package. What? She's back with Cedric. Who cares? Cedric says that she needs to mind him. Basically, that's what submission means to me. Because what it is even when I was into the Bible, I didn't know that you have to read a passage below. And when it's discussing submission, the Bible says that when you submit to your man, he is also supposed to submit to you, and you're supposed to submit to each other, because he's supposed to love his wife as much as he loves the church. And what church means, the people and God. So, hey, go ahead, Cedric. Anyway, I don't believe you are straight, allegedly, anyway. So, then there's that. So, then we get to Karen. Now, Carrie, in her relationship, she seems to be having a good situation going. Her husband seems to be a nice guy. I like him. I really like Carrie, too, but I don't like how she does that whole Mississippi is just Mississippi and the Gulf Coast is where it is. I know a lot of them like to do that, like I said, but it is not the case. The Gulf Coast is the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. And I get reminded of it every time it's a hurricane down there and they run up my fucking insurance premium. So, yes, I'm in central Mississippi. And, yes, they do run up our premiums all over the state because they'll have a hurricane way down there. So, don't tell me you ain't Mississippi. Okay? So, this makes Tambra feel some kind of way. And she looks out at the screen and she says, that's not the coast in that picture. That is the capital of Mississippi. That's Jackson. And she's correct. She's correct. How are you sitting up here calling the women that you are trying to become friends with ghetto ratchet or cratchet or whatever that was she said? Same thing. You know, Tambra is saying, you're saying things about us that someone from the outside looking in would say. We have a tendency as Mississippians, we have a tendency to feel some kind of way when people try to act as if they're more educated or more savvy or more business savvy than we are. We have some of the top educated women in Mississippi. Most of those educated women from that's like in Congress and all that, they went to black schools in the South, and this, that, the third, and the fourth. So when you look down on the South, you're looking down on yourself, basically, because like I said, everything was born in the South. The only reason why we have outside of New York, basically going north central, the only reason why that's the case is because of the black migration. That's it. Otherwise, you'll be Southern too. Most of you damn folks are just one generation removed. So, don't look down on your people. That's how they used to do us at Jackson State. They come down here. Most of their parents had told them about Jackson State, and the parents before them had told them about Jackson State. And then they'll come down looking down on the people from Mississippi, the state in which they were getting the education in. Yeah. Negro shit. That's what I'm just going to call it. But moving right along. So then we get to Tambra's package. And in Tambra's package, we're talking about Gritty and their financial situation. So it comes up, are they getting married? Have they combined those joint accounts yet? No, they haven't. So they go around the room and they ask the women, do you have a joint account with your husband? My mama and daddy had one joint account. She had her account, he had his account. Because one time my mother got a ton of money from the sale of some land on her father's property. And my daddy decided that he wanted to partay with the money. So back then, that was a lot of money that she had just got in a lump sum. Like $5,000. That in the 70s. That could have been money that she could have saved. She had put the money in a savings account, which was smart. And there he goes, spending it on beer and whatever else kind of liquor he could find at the time, and just doing the most. And so that's when she realized, hell no, I'll never do it again. Because men do dumb shit. And that's what Carlos was talking about, how they control the purse strings when they feel like you ought to be submissive. In other words, shout out to Marie. And they were also talking about how Letitia and her old man Glendale had a joint account, and he decided that when she left him, he was going to take out a dough, and she couldn't even buy a cheeseburger. Child back. I wish I would come that way at some point. It come up missing, allegedly. Now let's get on to Latrice and Letitia. So we have reconciled that Marie Monroe and Latrice have sort of come to some type of resolution, right? But here's the same old beef. Letitia and Latrice. Now, Letitia acts like she's so devastated by what Latrice did. And Latrice keeps saying the same. Everybody's like, oh, she ain't with that. She's saying the same thing over and over again. And saying the same thing that the fans are saying. Blame your husband. Blame your husband. Talk to your husband about it. You brought this girl to my show. Basically, it was what Letitia is saying, to stir up trouble between me and my man. No, girl, let me stop you right there while you stuffed off in that dress like a squirrel turkey. Nobody approaches Glenn first, I don't think, in my opinion. Do women come in his DM just because he's on TV? Probably. That's thirsty women things that they do. But do women just flock to him? I don't think so. Nobody wants you like that but Letitia. Then Letitia tried to bring out the dirty tea on Cliff and Latrice. See, because we all know that Cliff, a.k.a. Woodstock, a.k.a. Mr. Mamas, a.k.a. Subtitles. Everybody knows that he has a tendency to get drunk and do anything. I'm just saying. Allegedly. But everybody knows. Allegedly. So she tried to bring out the tea that they was fighting, and that she didn't bring that up to the show. Well, you should have. Because I wanted, again, how come all those lawsuits hadn't come to the show? She got sued over the summer for over $100,000 for using this woman's likeness. Plus, Cliff allegedly hit the bartender in the chest. And then this whole incident with them fighting. I told you, the bartender said he goes up to those condos and come back down a different person. He can come back sweet as pie. He can go up there sweet as pie, come back angry as the Grinch. Woodstock. So, that does not surprise me. Did I forget Selena and Michael? Sure I did. Why did I? They're not important. This whole Letitia and Latrice thing is not important. Should Amanda have come to the reunion? Absolutely. Absolutely. She should have been able to tell her side of the story. And that's a problem I have with Carlos on his shows. He does not allow the people to come and tell their version of what happened when bullshit transpires. And that's a flaw. Because if it's one thing Andy Cohen ain't going to do, and that's mess up ratings for the people on the show. Because he going to bring the dirty tea. If he can bring the dirty tea, he going to bring the dirty tea. And that's the same thing that Carlos needs to learn how to do. But, same old with Michael. He's coming in at wee hours of the morning for Selena and blasted. Now, I see a situation where he might have some long corns or something, because it seems like Selena has this pattern of being a pretty woman and they not so equal to pretty man, if you know what I'm saying. So, what? He got him some sneaker links out there at 1, 2 in the morning. Because ain't nothing over, as my mama said, ain't nothing over legs and convenience stores. And that, my friends, is the end of this. It was wackety, wacky. And I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the shortness of the season. And I'm disappointed in this goddamn reunion. So come on in. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell button. You will be notified when I upload a video. And I told y'all from Jump Street that Selena didn't have shit going on. Because at the end of every video or at the end of every show, she's coming up with some new scheme or plot. Talking about what she got this time, earrings or fingernails or something. You know, some insignificant foolishness that does not gel with the other ladies in being successful. I told you she wasn't going to bring anything to the show. We want Selena. You want Selena over the successful So Gucci? Bye. I'm out. But anyway, like I said, come on in. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell button. You will be notified when I upload a video. And don't forget to share the video. Why? Because sharing is indeed caring. And as I do when I close, I'm going to chunk them up. Deuces. Now, I want to, before I close, I want to throw out there that I'm going to be doing a vlogmas. I'm going to try to do a video a day for your entertainment and pleasure. So send me some ideas on what you want to see, and I'm going to post that to my community wall so you can be updated when I upload these videos for vlogmas. And I'm probably going to be like letting you all know little things, you know, entertaining things that I'm comparing myself with, you know, the people in the reality sphere, you know, like what I do versus what they would do, and plus, you know, me opening little gifts and stuff, you know, showing what I've done up to Christmas for my kids. Let me know if you want to see that in the comments. All right, I'm out this time for real.